I always have a voice in my head telling me that I'm such a bad makeup artist that doesn't know what she's doing, but so many of you actually love this tutorial, which makes me so happy. So let me explain the eyes in a little bit more depth. After mapping out my eye with concealer, I like to go in with cream bronzer. I use my Jordana T-shirt Bronzer Duo, the cream part, and I map out the shape of my shadows and start my nose contour. Then taking the only palette I ever use, my Jordana T-shirt Nude Divinity palette, and go over that bronzer. I'm using the shade Divinity here, and I like to pull this up into the brow bone as well. Prepping the lid with some concealer and then packing the shade Luna over the top of this. And I forgot to mention, Jordana T-shirt is my brand, so if you like the look, go and check it out. Onto eyeliner, you'll notice that I change the direction of my brush depending what look I want. So when I want a thinner line, I go from the longest angle and pull it outwards. But don't be fooled, eyeliner takes me ages and I do really struggle with it. Okay, then I cleaned up under the eyeliner and prepped for shadows. Then using the shades Celine, Iris and Nova from my Jordana T-shirt Nude Divinity palette, and using them to smoke out that liner. Going from the darkest shade at the top to the lightest shade at the bottom, and using a clean brush in between just to give a really diffused look. Sometimes the most simple techniques are the most effective, I find, with makeup. Once the skin was done, I just took a little bit of the shade Iris under the eye, and yeah, there's a finished look. Thank you for watching.